So you have seen that when we query objects, by default, all of their fields are read from the database. But what if you're only interested in a subset of these fields? For example, look at our product table. Our product table has a bunch of fields or columns. Some of these columns, like the description column, contain a lot of text. What if we don't care about the values in this column? What if we only want to return the ID and the title of each product to the user? This is where we use the values method. So we call the values method and specify the fields we want to query. Let's say ID and title. Now, refresh. We get the same result as before, but look at our query. With this implementation, we're only reading the ID and the title of each product, okay? Now, we can also read related fields. For example, we can go to the collection and read the title field. So using the double underscore notation, we can access the related fields. Now, let me show you something interesting. So back to the browser, refresh. Let's look at our query one more time. With this implementation, now we have an inner join between the product and the collection tables because we are reading a related field. So this is how we can use the values method. Now, one thing you need to know about this method is that with this method, instead of getting a bunch of product instances, we get a bunch of dictionary objects. Let me show you what I mean. So let's go to our template. Instead of rendering product.title, let's just render the product object itself. So save and refresh. See what's happening? So each object in the result is a dictionary. It's not a product instance. So in this dictionary, we have 3 key value pairs. We have ID, title, and collection, double underscore title. Now we have another method called values list. And with this method, we get a bunch of tuples instead of dictionaries. So take a look, refresh. Now each object is a tuple of 3 values. So here we have the ID, followed by the title of the product and the title of the collection. Now here's your exercise. I want you to write a query to select products that have been ordered and sort them by their title. Now let me give you a hint before you get started. So in our database, we have this product table that contains all the products in our system, but not all products have been ordered. So to find the products that have been ordered, you need to go to the order item table. Here we have a column called product ID. You need to select all these values, all these product IDs, and use them as an argument when filtering products. So spend a couple minutes on this, then come back see my solution. All right, the solution. As I said, we should start with the order item table. So first we go on the top and import the order item class. Now we go to order item, then objects. Now here we need to select all the product IDs from this table. So this is where we use the values or values list method. It doesn't really matter. So I'm going to go with values because it's shorter. So we go to values. Next, we go to the product field and select the ID field. Now we can also use a single underscore because Django will automatically create this field for us at runtime. So even though we didn't declare a field called product ID on the order item class, look, we only have product, right? But Django will automatically create a field called product underline ID at runtime. And essentially this is our foreign key field, okay? So back to our query. We select product IDs and store the result in query set. Let's test our implementation up to this point. So here in the browser, this is what we get, a bunch of dictionaries. And as you can see, we have a lot of duplicates. Now, before I show you how to resolve duplicates, let's look at our query. So we have a simple query for selecting product ID from the order item table. Beautiful. Now, to get rid of duplicates, here we can use the distinct method. So values returns a query set, and distinct is another method of query set objects. With this, let's go back to the browser and refresh. We no longer have duplicates. Beautiful. Now the last step. We want to go to the product table and select all products with these IDs. Very simple. So we're going to say product.objects.filter ID double underscore in. So here I'm using the in lookup type to find all products whose ID is in a given list. And we're going to set this to this expression over here, where we select product IDs from order item table. So cut, move it here, and we're going to set the query set right here. So this is the end result. Let's see what we get in the browser. So refresh. We get a bunch of product objects. So product with ID 1, 4, 5, and so on. Now let's go to our template and render the title of each product. So instead of rendering the product, we're going to render product.title. And there you go. So here's the list of products. Now the last thing we need to do is sort the list. So after we filter our products, we're going to call the order by method to sort the products by their title. Now take a look. Here's the final result. These are the products that have been ordered.